my friend, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Matt Schifferly with another video to help you be fit and live free. And today we are reviewing the new Switch Grips from Duonamic, the world's best doorway calisthenics equipment supplier. And these things are basically grip training tools that have some really unique opportunities for building a much stronger grip and bigger forearms. Now, I'll admit that when I first heard about these, I was kind of like, well, why in the world is Duonamic putting these out? Because they've already got these, the power holds, that are great grip training tools that are fantastic for adjustment and versatility, and that's kind of what the company is known for. And the answer is actually pretty obvious once you start using it, is these power holds are kind of like the rock rings that I sometimes use. They're what I sometimes collectively refer to as talon trainers. They're challenging your grip muscles, but in a way that you're kind of clawing with your fingers. And most of the time that means using the four fingers, and the thumb is largely left out of the picture. And this has a lot of great application for challenging your ability to do that, and rock climbers especially may find a lot of practicality. But when we're looking at strength training specifically for overall grip or building up the forearms, this may not be the most practical or most comfortable way for most people to go about it. And that's where the Switch Grips come in, because these are a classic grip tool. We're physically grabbing onto a big, beefy, meaty handle. And it's been a strategy that's been employed by powerlifters and bodybuilders and stuff since antiquity, where the idea was if you want to really build a good grip for practical applications and build up your forearms, you want to have big, thick grips in order to do that. And so there's lots of strategies. We've got towels that we can hang from for like convict conditioning too. A lot of times people will wrap like duct tape around dumbbell handles and stuff in order to progressively add more gripping resistance to the regular weights they're using. And nowadays we often use these big beefy like collars that we can fit on barbells and dumbbells to do that as well. So basically we're mimicking the same idea because it gets all four fingers and the thumb gripping onto it. Plus we have rotation with it, which really gets the meatiness of the forearm flexors to resist that rotation and just slipping on off. And with a handle like this, it's much more comfortable in the hands. It doesn't feel like you're challenging the tendons or the sinew of the fingers too much. It's something that feels much more natural and comfortable for those who don't really have much interest or need for the talon training approach. But these help to address several problems or challenges that come about with using bigger, fatter grips. First of all, these are adjustable. So we have three different size handles that kind of fit within each other like Russian nesting dolls, which overcomes one of the biggest obstacles to the snap-on grips that you have on barbells, where it's like, great, I got a big beefy handle that I can snap onto a barbell or like a dumbbells or something, but you've got one diameter. And if we want to implement progressive or regressive resistance to accommodate different exercises, different hand sizes, there's lots of reasons why you're going to want different size diameters. Just you're using different weights. You wouldn't use just one pair of 35-pound dumbbells. So the progression ability to go from fatter, medium, and more narrow and everywhere in between is a big step up from just something that has a static width. Like I said before, these will rotate on the rope, so the added challenge of rotation when you have the snap-on grips, they don't rotate, or at least they shouldn't rotate on the bar, which has a little bit more stability to it. You may feel it's a little bit more comfortable, but if you're really serious about training your grip in your forearms, you want that rotation. The texture is not terribly aggressive. It's not going to be hard on the skin, but it does handle up very well to chalk. And at first I thought this was a little too smooth to offer any reliable grippy texture. But when I started using it, it's like, oh, it's perfect. It's very comfortable, sensitive on skin, but it feels very, very solid to the skin as well. But more importantly, it's a solid piece that goes around. There's no seam that you're gonna like have to overcome with the discomfort or pinching and stuff, again, with the things that snap on the bars. This is just quality plastic, goes all the way around, so you don't have to worry about grabbing onto it at just the right angle or figuring out how you can get the seam between your fingers. You just grab and go. Very, very simple and easy to use. But it's more than just the diameter that is adjustable. You also have the ability to change between both types of grip or grab style grip training, because usually you run across pieces of equipment that are either big beefy handles that can sometimes rotate, or you've got kind of these vertical grips like with towels or the grandfather clock kind of attachments that you can find out there that are made out of metal. Again, they're a fixed width and everything, but these are adjustable. So you have both options within the same unit. So if you want a standard handle that you can use for rowing, pull-ups, and just grip hangs or hanging leg raises, you can accommodate that. If you want a vertical grip, you can use it for that as well. And the texture of the grip is well suited for both styles of handles. It's not like you've got grip texture on one, but then you're kind of slipping on the other. They've done a really great job of making sure that the handle is well suited for both setups. So not only do you have 3 different diameters for regular grip training, you have 3 different diameters for the vertical grip, which makes it basically 6 grip training tools in one. And I appreciate this little lip that they have here as well. So if you're doing the vertical grip, it gives you a little bit of something that you can just kind of fall down onto. It gives you just a little bit more support. But if you're really kind of saying, yeah, but I like a little bit of talon training from time to time, you can even use it for talon training, holding on things like dumbbells, kettlebells, farmer carries, very light rows and stuff. So this basically gives you the ability to have talon training, you have vertical grip, and you have regular barrel shape grip, rotation, different diameters, perfectly designed grip. This very well may be the single grip training tool to end grip training tools. And when Duonamic contacted me and they set me up a pair of these, they're basically saying, we want to create a grip training tool that's like the be all end all, this is all you're ever going to need kind of thing. You don't need all the other stuff. And in the calisthenics world, there's certainly a plethora of options. We've got a lot of attachments and things we can hang from over at Capra Bodyweight Training. But in all honesty, especially when it comes to home training, because Duonamic makes things to be used training in a doorway, you don't want a lot of attachments cluttering up your bedroom. You don't want a lot of things that are just kind of taking up space and taking up floor space. You want as few tools as possible. And when it comes to let's give you as much versatility for the practical application of building stronger forearms and a stronger grip, I really think they knocked it out of the park with this thing. So if you want that talon strength that has applications in things like rock climbing and stuff, the power holds are the way to go. But if you're an average lifter like me who doesn't need that specificity, but we still want the comfortable, efficient, safe, and effective ways to build up your grip and your forearms, the Switch Grips are my new favorite toy. Put a link down below in the description if you want to check them out, as well as a discount code to save some money on this, as well as the entire Duonamic line, which if you're into training at home, you want to set up a doorway calisthenics gym, the Duonamic equipment is by far my favorite and the ones that I recommend. But thank you very much, Duonamic, for sending these my way. I do sincerely appreciate it. Let me know if you have further questions in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. Be fit and live free.